Kylie with Corporate Wellness by Gold's Gym. Today we'll be talking about posture, back care, and ergonomics. These things play a vital role in our health as it affects every body process, particularly digestion. Alright, we're going to go over a few things of what good posture and bad posture looks like. Starting with the feet, you want to balance your body weight evenly on both feet rather than having the tendency to put all your weight on one hip or the other. As far as your hips go, we have a tendency to roll out the hips. Keep the hips rolled under and square to the wall. For your shoulders, roll the shoulders back, not too far because that puts strain on the chest, but just enough to have the shoulders rolled back. Keep the shoulders down. We have a tendency to scrunch up our shoulders, especially when we hold stress. So relax the shoulders, roll them back, keep the hips rolled under, and keep your weight square on your feet. Keep the chin neutral rather than looking up or looking down regularly. Let's go over a few tips for setting up your office workplace in a way that can promote this good posture. So, as you have your keyboard out in front of you, try to keep it at fingertip distance rather than having to lean your arms forward or scrunching them back. As far as your chair goes, you want to have your chair to where your knees can be at a 90-degree angle. If your workplace setting requires you to do a lot of lifting, square your feet evenly, holding your body weight even on your feet, bending down at the knees, not the waist, and then lifting up with the hips, rather than lifting with the back. Stretching is a great technique for improving your posture. Let's go over a few stretches together that could become part of your nightly routine. Holding your arms at a 90-degree angle, gently pull your arms behind you, pulling them back. It helps to have a partner to pull the arms back, and as you do that, also push your chest forward. A good neck stretch is to gently hold the side of your head and pull to that side. Extend the opposite arm down and in front of you. The back and hamstring stretch is great for releasing tension in the lower back. Holding your feet parallel to the floor and your weight evenly distributed between them. Just bend at the waist, holding the elbows, and holding your head, letting your head hang over your knees. The cat and cow exercise is awesome for releasing tension in the lower back as well as in the neck and shoulder area. On your hands and knees, lower your spine to the ground as you lift your head. Now reverse that stretch, lifting your spine up to the sky and lowering the head to the floor. The Superman stretch is good for releasing tension in the lower back. On your hands and knees, extend opposite arm and leg in front and behind you. Hold that for a time. Return your hand and leg to the ground and extend the opposite hand and leg out in front of you. The next stretch is the pelvic bridge. Lying on your back this time, feet planted on the ground, slowly roll up your hips vertebrae to vertebrae until your hips, back, and chest are lifted off of the floor. You can then take it a step further by extending one leg off of the floor and coming up onto your shoulders, putting the majority of the weight on your shoulders. Be careful not to scrunch your neck though in this position. Return that leg to the floor and repeat on the opposite leg. Then return your hips to the floor and gently roll down vertebrae to vertebrae. The next stretch is the YTA. This stretch has 3 stages. You'll start out with the basic stretch. Lying on your stomach, extend your arms in a Y shape out in front of you, lifting your chest and your feet off of the floor. The next stage is bringing your arms to a T position, lifting your chest even further off of the ground. The last stage is taking your arms behind you into an A position with your thumbs pointing up and lifting most of your chest and your stomach off of the ground as well as your feet. The last stretch is child's pose. This is great for releasing tension in the back and the shoulders. In a kneeling position, gently lower your hips to your heels. Extending your arms out in front of you, walk your fingertips out as far as they can go. Your knees should be open with your chest on the floor. Hold this pose as you can feel the tension release. These stretches would be great to add to your nightly routine and would only take about 15 minutes. The most common cause of visits to the doctor is because of back pain. The great thing about that is that we can do something about it. Add these stretches to your routine, strengthen your back and your core, and you'll notice a great difference with your posture and with your back.